Good morning. It is the 20th of August, 2023. My name is Tim. And it's a beautiful day back in the woods. Today's one, a few things kind of inspired me to, or forced me to reach out once more. In this odd little interaction we've established, that's what I believe, that's what I know. And this has become so precious to me, essential, that I found a way to reach to the ones I admire, to reach to my well-being. And then gradually to reach to so many. What a magical thing this has become for me. To kind of suspend my disbelief, to be certain of this connection I'm establishing with you in this way that gives me this outlet, this freedom to express in a way what I feel, to express what I've learned, to maintain that connection with the people that I feel on a journey with. This has supplied it for me in such an odd way. I mean, this is the 100, on number 100 message. Doesn't really mean anything. But it has become so precious that I found that way. And okay, so no one is directly confirming that for me. And yet, indirectly, they are. And getting quite close to directly, I would say. So surely it is just a matter of time before I am allowed out of this bubble that I feel I have been kept in all along. But that surely I keep myself in as well with my limiting beliefs. I was just listening to my mate Infinity. And I haven't listened much lately. I've kind of been trying to just stop listening to too much stuff, to be honest. To very much find my inner clarity. But at the same time, Infinity's helped me a lot along the way, wound me up a bit, and certainly challenged me. But she has also offered what I feel has been insight along this journey, as have many others, who I will always be eternally grateful for and to. And this one I was just listening to, she finished with this beautiful reading of a Rumi sort of oracle thing. And I really like the Rumi stuff. And it really helped to kind of identify something I've experienced for a long time and coming to kind of understand more. And the thing was about the sacred soul sister. And it's really helped me today. So thanks for that. Because it is the experience I've felt I've been going through. This growing closer to a someone that I'm convinced is a human, however quite an exceptional one. And that the link we share is, seems simply out of this world. And yet I'm convinced you are in this world. And this quest to find you has driven me mad. It's driven me on and taken me through experiences I never dreamt of. And that I feel there's a mirroring of that for you. I know, a bit of a wild bird whisper, I reckon, that I know you have gone through loads as well. And yet I always do feel there's this kind of, that you support me. And Infinity pointed out that perhaps I've become dependent on that support. And that at times you need to pull back. And, as I do as well, somehow this kind of, focus, understanding this unconditional love for the self first. And it's been tough because all I've just wanted to do is find and talk to you. But I've understood, been forced to understand just that. But anyway, what happened, what kind of got me to do this, was as ever seeing the wild bird. And part of my journey is wanting her to know that I hear. And that I'm very grateful that you came and visited me. And that connection surely is growing. But I felt the kind of need, like there is this back and forth. And I can just, after seeing you yesterday, it's just so good. And I can just go, yeah, it's all right. And yeah. But at the same time, I need to reciprocate that. It would seem doing this here, this message to you, is my way of doing that. As I don't seem to have learnt the same level of connection as you have, that you seem to be able to visit me and I don't seem to be able to do the same. But I wanted to reassure you that, because it felt a bit like that you're coming closer to having the courage to talk to me, and that some reassurance at this very point that I hear you is important. And I don't care what everyone else thinks, because I'm just talking to you. And it makes me feel so good when I talk to you. Even though, look at it, sat in the woods, it doesn't really make a lot of sense. And yet to me it makes all the sense that I need. That again, I have that certainty that you will hear me. And the experiences with you, like I say, this pulling away, coming and going, over the years has kind of freaks me out, confused, oh dear. And sometimes the interactions themselves, if I get into the specifics, it of course, go off on one. But what it always does is show me gives me some insight into what you're perhaps going through, what you're perhaps thinking or trying to point out to me. And going to come to England, you know, I get worried I'm going away. I'm still sure you're in Portugal. It's winding me up. And so I'm stuck there. Like, can't go to you because I can't find you. Can't go away because you're there. Never want to give you the impression that I am giving up. Because I'm not. But it is the time of opening my eyes a lot more. And I think that we're on the same page. I pray we are in that. And that, in a sense, has been confirmed to me through you coming and visiting me again. Just these last days. That gives me confidence in this. That I'm not alone. That I'm understanding this interaction with you, what you're trying to show me. The dynamics of it. That I feel you're so much more of a grasp on, so much more success. That you're sitting in a kind of place of safety and security. And for me, it helps me to know that. It makes me feel so far away. Like you live in a house where I can't even find the doorbell. There doesn't seem to be a door for me. And yet I saw something that made me know that one day I may be welcome. And I needed to talk to you today. Because it has been a time of, I don't know, like a heightened connection, this wave that I know you're aware of. These cyclic sort of qualities of this that I have trouble really getting in tune with. But over time I'm seeing the dynamics of it. And that our interactions have improved, become clearer for me. And I just really wanted you to know that I'm very grateful. And that I hear you. Because I believe that's important right now. That the connection we're establishing needs that little support from time to time. Because, you know, we are humans. In our little selves, you know, at times, a bit of that. Or perhaps you don't need it. I'd certainly love some. That reassurance. And I'd like you to be reassured that you never need reassurance of how I feel for you. That I'm perfectly capable and willing to express those feelings, even though infinity seem to like to point out that I can't. That I have blocked sacral chakras, throat chakras. And it's like, well, haven't I been kind of forced to remain in this? Or is this all my own doing? I would have come and told you immediately. But I guess, in retrospect, that wouldn't have worked. So I trust in this unfolding plan, this divine timing. I trust. For there's nothing better than feeling like I am kind of coming closer to you, Albert. That I'm in your good books and not in some of the interactions, you know. You're a bit cheeky in the last one. We'll have a chat about that, I hope. Otherwise, just confusing me even more. But I don't care. I long to talk to you. That's just as simple as that. To have you somehow in my life. Really. Not just an endless kind of hidden ghost. Talk about ghosting, goodness me. I mean, I think there's been a bit of ghosting and blocking going on over these years. But it has forced us to what I would consider the best points of our connection, that it has grown. And that we as individuals at pray are aligning more with our highest good. That is the work we are in, after all. And that you're very, very successful in that. You are exceptional. I'll say it. And I don't feel so exceptional as you. And yet, I've been shown a dream that is pretty exceptional. And I long to share it with you. I long to share it with many. That I am here for a reason. And that reason is not to sit in the woods talking to my phone for years and years and years. That is not my desire, even though I love it. And I think it's been just so precious and kind of magical because I am reaching you. I know I am. The feedback is indirect, but it's getting more direct. So I've seen you. I see you all. And I just wanted a little chance to reach out to the ones that are very important to me in this quest of mine. And just, like on a practical level, what is opening that heart to you? That of course, it would seem involves you knowing me. That is a part of that opening. So there is my personality. There is my approach. But at the same time, I'm trying to express the subject, this inner unfolding that is possible for everyone. That is the subject. A very, very overreaching subject. And yet, here's little Tim, just wanting to talk to the wild bird. And it seems so silly. And I know I've sort of mixed it up, and here we all are. But I need to take any chance I can to reach my wild bird, because I can't express how important you are to me. But also through this, you see me. I know you do. So you get to see parts of me. And yet, for us humans, just on a human level, I know to a lady that a confident man is more attractive. This is just a dynamic. And that the insight you've had into me is, you see me. You see my flaws, my weaknesses, my failings. And I pray you understand me. But that there is a new confidence that, I don't know, in some way is drawing you a little bit closer, which is why you visited. That you make very important your personal connection, as I do. And if my energy at times is not, in a sense, aligning with you, you will pull back, as you, I guess, should in these lessons. And that's okay, because that pushes me to kind of really take this seriously, That in a way you will never talk to me if I don't truly do this inner work. That has been the lesson all along, I felt. It's hard sometimes. I just feel like you're so far ahead, like you're sitting all sorted, and I'm not. I'm sat in the woods. So how can I be confident? And yet here I am, taking a chance anyway, because it is quite simply a super important part for me. But that I must in time, is learning to truly talk about the right things, Because another thing that's not attractive is a desperate man. So, it's not easy, is it, this? But I just pray that you have the courage to talk to me, because I know that we are here for a reason. And part of that reason must be joining. That we have a service to do. And I believe doing it in a combined way will have good results. But that you're showing me I must be in harmony with that. And your energy is incredible. And I long to align with that, to be in harmony with that. And that surely it is happening. That we are, in a sense, catching this wave together this time. Because over the years, I've learnt this interaction with you, myself, with this power. And now I can see clearer the sorts of stages, the cycles of it. And the insight it gives me into you just hypnotizes me. And all I want to do is see you. That's all. I really, really would like to talk to you. And I think it will be really good fun and, to move beyond this sort of stuck bit. I could really do with your help. And I know that you are. That I feel this wonderful sort of support. But that I mustn't take that for granted. And that, in a sense, I'm understanding these things, that my energy can pull on you. And that can be too much at times, and you'll need to step back. And I have to be very sensitive to that. And I think I am. I'm getting better. Anyway, we're going to lighten this up a bit, I reckon. I wanted a quick shout out to the women's football team. I think they're kicking off about now. Got to go and watch it. I want to see it. So I think it's been great. The women's football has really taken off in a way, hasn't it? It's great. Now here all the girls talking about football. All right, here we go. So good luck to them. That was really good. And just a connection with you all once more that I need as much as anyone to feel a part of this story once more. I long for the day I will simply look in someone's eyes, knowing that we're on the same page. It's a beautiful longing. I have it all the time. And I pray the universe has it in store, because otherwise I don't understand why we would come so far, it feels to me. That it's very important to keep this alive every day. And that today this is my way of reaching to the ones I admire, reaching to my wild bird, and reaching to countless people once more, to reassure them of my commitment to this unfolding that we're going through. And that surely a chapter of joining is coming. I'm still sure you're all joined already. Some of you. And what about me? It's so hard. To keep a dream, hold a dream in the face of this world has been an incredible challenge. And yet, in a way, it's sort of something I've always done. So there's a natural element to it that is keeping yourself in that trust, always. Trusting in this unfolding and letting go of outcomes. And I can do that with everything. Except the wild bird. It comes to her. It's like, if I feel I have to do something, I'll do it. That I don't want to lose you again. And when I say lose you, I don't mean that I'm expecting anything or just losing that possibility of ever talking to you kind of scares me. I feel you pulling away and it's like, no. But the fact you came back, that you do exist, that's what I need to know. Dreams and experiences I've had with you just will not leave me alone. And I don't see why I'd be given them if they weren't to come to some sort of fruition. And to understand this beautiful thing, I find myself thinking of you all the time, and it's like, well, as I've been kind of told, that means you're thinking of me. So I'm not just dreaming all this up. And if I am, I'll come to terms with that. But I just need you to know how precious you are to me. I never dreamt someone that I just saw could become so precious. And of course it seems mad. That's why you can't talk about it. But you are. You just are, and I'm not letting that go. And if I need to reassure you, give you any courage that you will ever talk to me, then I will. I'm not missing that step, and that's today's step. It's basically a wild bird whisper, isn't it? So everyone else just don't have to listen. You are so precious. I can't get away from it. And for me to harmonize with your energy seems to be this very all-encompassing acceptance, this unconditional love of self. Because if I operate just from the guy wanting to find you, it's a completely different energy, and I guess that's why we have not been allowed to somehow join, because as long as I'm displaying that energy, it would seem I will be kept in this bubble. So I'd like to express to you, well, an even bigger love then, so that you don't want direct, then I give you much more. Because I feel that's what you have. You seem to have this immense supply of love. But it's so funny because, at the same time I get all this insight into you. So you may put up this, what should we call it? Strong, powerful front. But you're a softie. I know you are. I've seen it. So as much as I'm getting taken through the flipping lessons here, here's one for you. Lighten up, girl. It's all right to be soft. There's nothing wrong with it. You get soft, I get confident, and we might get on a bit here. Just playing with you, because that's what I want to do. like a child with you. No, it absolutely undid me. Oh, yeah. That's that was a native of the Shire, just went past. Always feels a bit funny when someone goes by talking to myself. To be playful, to have fun. Surely that is that inner child coming out. And I think we could all do with a bit of that, don't you think? Otherwise, this world's getting a bit serious. This world sucks, half the time. So we need to get playful, have a bit of fun, and join, for goodness sake. But surely the next chapter is just that. A coming together of people on the same wavelength across the planet. But that is so powerful and so possible. And that's the only way. It's the only way forward. And I'm not going to give up. Not giving up on the wild bird. And I'm not giving up on being the children's champion. And all the rest of it. I ain't giving up here. I spend all my time with this. Anyway, I've got a bit rambly now. So I think I'm going to get a bit cold again as well. And I'm going to go and watch football. And stuff like that. And it's just another little reach out to you all, get to know me a bit more, that I in turn will get to know you a bit more, someone, anyone. That there will truly come a day where we join. And I let go of the how and the when, and as I have been told. And simply step into a way of being like that. To walk this talk. To be who I am. That will be the road to some sort of manifestation of this dream. And I must remain in that trust, in that place. And know that I'm coming closer to you. I'm coming closer to me. This is magic. The truest kind. And we're right in the middle of it. So, loads of love to everyone. Extra bit to the wild bird, because that's how I roll. And with assurance to her that, look, I'm a bit stuck trying to work here and stuff, and I think you're in Portugal, but I go there and you're not. Don't know how to find you. Everyone hiding you. It'd be lovely to have an answer or two. But I leave that to the universe, I guess. So love, trust, and hope from your friend, an interesting character. You've got to admit I have I would say, fairly unique personality. And that, I think at times, can be quite attractive as well. So I'm hoping that is to the wild bird today, because she's pretty cheeky and playful, so I guess I will be as well. So, endless love, support and hope So, God, I see someone soon. This is me, signing off. Just your average king of kings in the wood, waiting to see the people that he longs with every breath to see, to join, to come home. I want to come home now. Hey, take care.